Hey, peace and blessings. It's your brother Sorry back with another one for today. Y'all probably see the title of this one. Um, Not expecting people to do what you would do in a situation, but expecting people to be people. You see what I'm saying? We won't get into that. Um, but just something that kind of hit me. Something that was interesting. It's kind of been in the headlines recently. The brother, I don't want to miss, uh, the brother who invented the self-powered electric vehicle. The brother out of, I think he's out of Burkina Faso and stuff like that. He invented the self-powered electrical vehicle and everything like that, which was interesting because it's a video that we did, I say about a month or two ago, in regards to the return of the gods, the climax of knowledge, and everything like that, and how I was talking about like how the climax of knowledge is not becoming. You see what I'm saying? The goal is not to become knowledgeable. The goal is to create some sort of method and then to become so familiar with the principles of a method where you no longer need the formal method in itself. And it's interesting. The brother who invented the um, self-powered electrical car, I think is technology that powers itself off of radio waves and stuff like that. Interesting technology and stuff like that. But he was basically saying he got his inspiration for his inventions from visions. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I was talking about, being in tune with your intuition at such a level where you can actually build tangible devices. And it's no coincidence that that brother, he came along with that. It's a lot of, you know, interesting cats coming, strong leaders, interesting brothers coming about. I mean, even the brother Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, the captain, captain, man, he's a impressive brother. That's a young Muhammad Ali of the day and time. You know what I mean? He's making waves as like one of the youngest African leaders, probably the youngest African leader right now. So I mean, a lot of interesting stuff happening right now. But just wanted to kind of point that out because we talked about that in another video. But okay, now let's get into what I wanted to talk about today. That was just a little side note. What I want to talk about today was dropping the expectation for people to do what you would do in a situation and expecting people to be people. What I mean by that, and I'm gonna make this a fairly short one. Um, um, People are like snowflakes. Everybody's wired differently, or whatever case may be. Everybody has their particular set of strengths and weaknesses, or whatever case may be. And everybody's probably not gonna handle the situation exactly how you would handle it, or whatever case may be. And regardless of how you feel about that, um, I would say drop the expectation of people handling situations how you would handle that unless you have evidence of them aligning with your values and interests on that level going into it. You see what I'm saying? Expect people to be people. Expect people to have strengths and weaknesses or whatever case may be. You see what I'm saying? I often say, love everybody, but don't let nobody disrespect you or what you stand for or anything like that or whatever. Love people as much as they'll allow you to. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, expect people to be people. People ain't all good. You see what I'm saying? If you show too much kindness to some people gonna take that as weakness. Be aware of things or whatever. Don't go into situations with naivety. Expect people to be people. Screen people before you just, you know, lay out the red carpet for them or whatever. I know a lot of people may say this is common sense or whatever case may be, but a lot of people beat themselves up and go back and forth and do a lot of mental gymnastics and let a lot of people rent a lot of space in their mind um, because they're sitting there trying to understand why a person doesn't feel how they feel about a certain situation or whatever case may be. Um, Everybody's not wired the same. You might be a family person. You may have grew up a certain kind of way. You may be real close with your brothers and sisters or whatever case may be, and family may be important to you. This person may be a utter and complete loner or something like that, and family may have never been important to them or whatever case may be, whatever the scenario may be. You see what I'm saying? Just expect people to be people. You see what I'm saying? And deal with them accordingly. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, ain't no good and evil people out there. It's what's it's either things that's gonna be harmful to you or things that's gonna be helpful to you. So that's pretty much what I had for today. I told you I was gonna try to make that one shorter. That's one of the short ones I did in a minute. But yeah, expect people to be human beings, people to have strengths and weaknesses, biases on things or whatever case may be, people to lean towards certain extremes or whatever. You're not gonna meet this perfectly enlightened person. They're gonna be few and far in between. You're gonna meet these perfectly enlightened people that just peace and love and all that. You're gonna have to deal with some assholes. You see what I'm saying? That's just how life is or whatever. Another thing, you know, that's why we talk about the four phases of awareness that comes out of martial arts, but it applies universally. The four phases of awareness: the layman, person who has improper application and don't know they have improper application; the philosopher, a person who has improper application and knows they have improper application; the scientist, a person who has proper application and knows the difference between improper and improper application; and the artist, a person who has effortless improper application. Um, you may you know cure cancer or solve um um hunger on the planet. You see what I'm saying? And you may do something legendary or whatever case may be. You did, but if I put your picture, like I'll give you an example, the brother I just mentioned, the brother who created the Chikumbutsu, I think that's the brother name, the brother Chikumbutsu, the brother who invented the self-powered electrical car, whatever case may be. If I put his picture up here on the screen and I put the rapper with the hottest mixtape out right now, 90% and we didn't know who either one of them was. 90% of the people gon' 90% of women gonna choose the dude with the big chain, the rapper. But this cat is legendary. This cat is instantly, if based off what he invented, he's Nikola Tesla of this century instantly. You see what I'm saying? Something that's gonna change the world or whatever case may be, something legendary or whatever case may be, but it would not even show up on the radar of, let's say, a person who may be a layman or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So don't expect even the stuff that's important to you or that may be groundbreaking to you in whatever you may do. Be legendary in whatever that you may do. And don't always seek the validation of other people because they may not understand you. A layman ain't gonna understand a artist. A layman ain't gonna understand a scientist. A philosopher ain't gonna understand a scientist or an artist. You see what I'm saying? You may be in this thing, you might be before your time. You see what I'm saying? If you was living 1,000 years from now, and based on how people think or what people may be into 1,000 years from now, man, you may be a celebrity, but right about now you a weirdo. You see what I'm saying? So don't feel no type of way. Expect people to be people. Um, and you know, out, as with everybody, give everybody a baseline level of respect till they give you a reason not to. You see what I'm saying? Because you never know who you're standing in front of or whatever case may be. You see what I'm saying? So expect people to be people, but don't expect people to deal with situations how you would deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. I hope I ain't ramble on forever. You see what I'm saying? But appreciate y'all support. Appreciate y'all checking me out, man. Try to make that one kind of short. Peace and blessings, man.